Hey everybody, this is Way to Fail, and we are back with more Game Dev Tycoon, where today we are in the midst of a team-building exercise of doing a coding contest, and we've just released Camp 66's sequel, Vagrants, which is doing well considering its design philosophy, but we're just going to let these guys do their deal first. So we got War of the Camp 66 Vagrants, which was recently released, made over 500,000 in sales in 3 weeks. Well done! So, the nice thing about doing a coding contest, and I'm just going to stop this here, is that it's a random event that'll come up sometimes, and it lets everybody get research pretty much for no research points at all. And I just bring that up because we've had some good releases, and we've had some, even Corporations, which was a kind of crummy release, worked okay. But Return of Space Cat was huge for us, pretty much, so we've had a big hit, a kind of flop, but a little bit of a proper, at least broke even. And now we're going to be entering about year 20 with some pretty good cash in the bank. Now, if you see here, our skills are going up quite a bit here, and I can't actually stop Mr. Stewart right now. But my goal for part of this is going to be, there we go. Well, my goal for part of this is going to be just to get a technology specialist as soon as I can. Because now that we're in the later stages of the game, you need to start specializing so you can open up the two wings of your office. And you need a game design specialist and a technology specialist to do that. And we'll talk about what that means when we get there, because I don't think I'll be able to do that just yet. But this is nice because it increases all kinds of stats, especially researchers is good because that gives you more goodies. So let's see here. If we were to train you, a technology specialist requires 700, 5 million money, and 100 points. So who do we have here? And I know I've looked at this before. I'm more than likely to be a design specialist, possibly. Lorraine Hart's kind of a splitter. Sawyer's starting to fall back a little bit. And Drosman's actually fallen back a little bit as well. So it does look like Stewart, our more recent hire, is more than likely going to be our tech specialist. And Audrey, let's see here. 437, no. 531, no. 519. So it looks like it's going to be maybe Drosman and Stewart who are going to be our two specialists here. So let's see if we can do a little bit more training for Mr. Stewart, because we want to see if we can really bump him up as much as possible. And I did actually get some new trainings before. I never really used the G3 trainings, but the best trainings you can do are the teach and learn, because we are in a tech park here. So let's see here. As soon as this is done, we're just going to do the same training for you. We actually can start to get some speed boost things here. And I've heard speed boost working, and I've heard of speed boost not working, but I am going to, let's see here. And I can also start to specialize, but we'll get to that in a little bit. I'm going to train Speed Boost, just because I've heard that it doesn't quite work like it's supposed to. It's supposed to get you more points, but you know, it's another little button to click, so why not? So coding contest. Audrey Price is the winner because she is fast, and too fast, too furious. Great speed there. Not the best programmer in the world, but what can you do? We'll get her some design credit too. And you see, the Xbox 360 has now been released, and I haven't really released any new games lately. Part of my goal here is to get all of these guys synced back up with their exhaustion. And unfortunately, I can't do that straight away with you all sitting here like this. So now what Speed Boost is you get a little bar that fills up, and then eventually you can click it, and supposedly people work faster, get more stuff on there. It's looked pretty substantial to me in the past, but let's send you guys on vacation, and maybe I'll be able to get you all to line up. Maybe I won't. But there we go. We've been resting on our laurels, and we sold over 1 million copies of this game. So as soon as you guys get back, these guys are probably going to be stupidly tired. So maybe I should have done some contracts in there. Maybe we'll do that next time. But I'm going to just take another cursory look at the publisher deals, because now we're at the PSP, PlayStation 2. I'm actually worried the PlayStation 2 would be a dead system by this point. So we could do another sequel, or we could develop a new game here. We do have quite the catalog of sequels that we can start going into. And our strong audience is mature, but we're going to miss that. Wow, Dig It 2, I forgot how terrible that game did. Kitty Romper, on the other hand, did really well. So I think it may be time to do a dance casual thing for that, or not thing. But I just want to make sure that I haven't done a casual game in at least a little while. No, not for quite a while. Not since the Hallway All-Stars debacle of year 15. So let's develop a sequel for Kitty Romper, because it's time for Dance Dance to dance and dance. Because kitties will romp. Yes, they will. Alright, so this is a casual one, and it's going to be on the... Let's see here. I could drop this on the Xbox 360. It does have a pretty good market share. I don't know when the PlayStation 3 comes out. So, what do I do? I'll go ahead and put it on the 360. We'll see how this does. We can afford the license. But we're going to do this via catnip. So, Kitty Romper. We're just going to do this Kitty Romp. There we go. Shake your kitty romp, I guess. And it's going to have better graphics, better everything. And my team's probably going to be stupidly tired after this, but that's okay. So we have a little bit of hype going into here already. And as this is a casual game, once again, you don't need a lot of stuff. Like, we don't need... We can do advanced cutscenes for that, though, because it's kittens dancing, and we'll give all the steering and other stuff that you may or may not want. I like mod support. I like save to the cloud. Basic physics. No, I can't do all that. So apparently cloud saving is too much here, but it's a casual game, so screw that. So who do we want on our gameplay here? Because gameplay is kind of a mixed question of tech and not tech. We'll put Audrey on it, and we'll save Drosman's tech expertise for later and put Lorraine on here. So I gotta watch my clicking and splitting again, so, or clicking and dragging. So we got 1 hype, 2 hype. Mature is the strong audience. We're banking on it not being the strong audience by the time this is done. Or we could have made it a mature Kitty Romp game. I don't tend to like to do marketing until a little later, but see, we've cut into our bank account a little bit with all of our research, and we're going to even more here in a little bit. But we're at nearly $500,000 in cost per month. So we're going to do our usual split for this kind of game. So here, can we do voiceovers? No. We'll do better dialogues because it's cats, and we'll put all of those design things in there as well. So level design, you know what? Let's put me on that. Let's not have me super overworked. And then AI, Sawyer, dialogues. Let's put Drosman on that. So where's Audrey? Oh, well, I'd already overworked her anyway. That's too bad. Well, let's see how it goes. Just keep going, and will I be able to hit the boost button here in a minute? Probably. But let's go ahead and market this thing with a small campaign. And we're getting all kinds of little bubbles now from all of our staff. Boost button supposedly gets things going faster. It feels good to click. And here's the Nintendo Wii, which is supposedly great for casual games and is a lot of fun. So stage 3. World design, don't need that as much. We just want good graphics and good sounds, so... Oh well, I actually don't need basic sounds if I have the stereo sound on there. That's good to know. World design, don't need any of that. We'll have a day and night cycle in there because we want daytime and nighttime dancing, I guess. So who's on our graphics, actually? Let's put Lorraine on there. And we'll just keep Stuart on there, that's fine. We'll put Bobby on the wall design. Give everybody something to do, I guess you could say. We'll try and keep graphics and sound equal because it is a dance game. You do need to have that fat beat. So, Romp My Kitties, 2 months, the Xbox will be taken off the market. Cool. And our strong audience is still mature. That's sticking around a little longer than I like. Maybe I could have fit the mature in there after all. But let's go ahead and market this one more time. We'll just put magazines and demos. And then it looks like there's going to be a lot of debugging. So yeah, we could have... Nope, there we go. Market normalized just in time. So if I had gone for a mature game, I would have been hosed just a little bit. So let's see here. I should be able to... I don't know if I want to hold this game for post E3 or not. Maybe I will. Because we got some hype, but... There we go, it's no longer supported. But if we hold it too long, we're just going to start missing out on stuff. But I want these guys to get tired so I can send them all home too. So I'm going to hold the release. That's just to get me stupidly big hype. I know it costs money to do that, but there we go. Kitty Romp from Good Kitteh. How many people are going to go visit and say, man, I really wanted you to do some fancy RPG stuff? Probably a few people. But we're getting... Oh, we got over 900,000 people in our booth. So we had... How many people we made at the top? We made it to 14th place. So no bugs, big hype, and I noticed that if it gets hype way too high, it starts to degrade. But we actually somehow hit new records on both. So this could be like the game of the century of centuries, as I gain a lot of levels for my people, which is good. And that does mean that my staff's going to be more expensive. And like my early staff does not seem to be as cost effective. Good, now people are getting tired. Please be good reviews. Okay, there's a 10. And there's a 10. We're not going to get straight 10s though, because we never do. There's a 10. And who's going to screw us without getting it? Ah, almost perfect. All games, every fucking time. It's just the last review's like, nope. So still no perfect 10 for me. Johnny here. You're almost at the required one. So we're going to have you do a programming course every time. And then we need to send you all on vacation. So yeah, we'll do that. Okay, over 1 million in sales in the first week. So look who recouped all that money. Just from a 9.5, the greatest cat dancing game of all time. Can I research? Yeah, I can research the next 3D graphics. I'm going to need to think of an engine soon. Probably sooner rather than later. So let me go ahead and drop in for this now. Not ideal, but we want to save our resources, I guess. Okay, so it's a surprise hit. Not really. It's a sequel to a great game. The progression of the story is just perfect. What can I say? Stop reading, start playing. Are we playing the same game? Kitty Romp, dance casual game? I don't know, but it is selling crazy, and it's for the 360. Congratulations, we just casualed the hardcore system. So let's develop a new game. Actually, let's see here. The Xbox actually does not have as nearly as much market share as the Wii, but that will change, I guess. But we can make another game for the Xbox. And the question is, do we want to do a sequel, or do we just want to do something for the PC? Let's do a new game. Let's do something we haven't done before, because we want to get those new combos going. Let's see here. We've done... Let's see here. What was Hell Beast, real quick, I guess is my main question. Because I know we did a... I think we've done one dungeon game. Yeah, that was a dungeon action game for the PlayStation 2. So I've done that. It's been a little while since I've done it, so I said I wanted to do something new. So what have we not done a lot of? I could do all kinds of things. You could do a ninja action game. That's kind of standard. We could do a hunting action game. Let's do that, actually. We'll just call it, I don't know, in terms of the hunting games, I mean, you see all kinds of big game hunter kind of games on the store shelves. But I tend to think of things more in a post-apocalyptic, not really kind of thing, but just the what would we have to do if we all had to hunt all the time for everything. So, okay, Fit to survive. It's like a fitness game in the Darwin sense of the word. Har har. So there we go. We got our first engine part going. We got a little bit of our prelim stuff jacking in there. Kitty Romp gives us tons of fans. We're actually almost at 500,000 fans now, which is awesome. So let's hear action. We want we want a good engine. We want good gameplay. Story doesn't matter as much. I'll keep the cutscenes though. So video playback. I can't actually get all of these without cutting into other stuff. And I don't really want to do that. So yeah, we'll keep it like that. I think. Yeah, we'll keep it that way. So that way we get our basic physics in there is good. And hunting, yeah, all those gameplay things work just fine. So I guess the question now is, who do we want on what? So I'll put Audrey there. Lorraine is not really who we want on the engine for this, though. Let's put Stu on the engine. There we go. So this is going to be a tech-heavy game, as most action games tend to be, and wow. I just got to look here. 4 point what million units sold? Is that better than Return of Space Cat? Yeah, we have a record seller here, so that's awesome. All about shaking that cat face. We're still the #1 ranked selling game after all this time. That's awesome. Of course, it couldn't be a perfect 10, because why would we do that? But we can actually probably afford a large campaign for this now because I have so much money in the bank. So let's go ahead and start doing that to ourselves. So let's see here, dialogues we don't really need too much of as we get the crazy music for this other stuff. So let's see here, level design, we want that better. AI companions, you need that because you're hunting. It's not like the recent Xbox reveal of, oh look, Call of Duty Ghost, we have a dog. Yeah, we do. Alright, so that's going to be my comment for that. I've already said my piece on that in another video. So there we go. Dialogues are going to go to Audrey, and we'll keep this kind of balanced here, like so. So better dialogues are fine. We want all these little features thrown in there too, though. So is our boost actually going to do something? I don't know. But we are hitting some records here. So there does seem to be some value for holding a release for E3 because I think we did that with our other Space Cat game before too, and it worked out pretty well for us. So we're going to do like we do before with things and just make sure that we want this game to be really pretty. And it doesn't need a virtual economy. We'll get a rich backstory though, so now we just got to look and say who's going to be doing what. Lorraine Hart on graphics, that's actually not terrible. I'd kind of rather have you on sound. Let's put, well, who can really fit here? Because we're doing all of this. Yeah, I guess that works. Estrada, he's not great, but he hasn't done as much in a while. So, or instead of working me to death, we could put Audrey Price, and we actually have a pretty even split from all of our team. That's not terrible. Not terrible at all. So we'll keep the graphics kind of uptight. We want to have... We don't want to totally abandon the world design, though. This is a hunting game. So, I think that works. Let's see how it goes, and hopefully, how close are you, Stuart? You're almost there to be a tech specialist, so we are going to be getting that soon. So we're going to get a tech specialist this episode, and nearly 5 million units we made, 68 million in sales. Good lord. You know what? Let's actually throw another large campaign here, because we have money to burn all of a sudden. Now we'll find ways to spend that money for sure, but we do have money to burn. So now we can release this game. We could release it right now, and it will be a buggy mess. We're in year 21 now, so we got 9 years left to really develop the crap out of stuff, and I could just sit here and try and cash in. So it's your PlayStation 3. Has all this stuff. Funny how they changed the name of like the PlayStation, but not the name of Blu-ray. But I can understand why. So no bugs. and CEO of Departure Science. Some of your test subjects were recently exposed to some of your games, and surprisingly, they didn't go totally insane. In fact, they seemed to quite enjoy the experience. Anyway, there's some products that need advertising. We could do some product placement. Okay, but Marketing Boys telling us this is a bad offer. It's exactly what I want. I'll pay you $200 to place some of our fine red-painted exploding barrels in one of your games. Do we want to put product placement in there? Yeah, why not? Go and rush the barrels in your game. I'd rather have you place them in a game where they fit well. Johnson out, so there we go. We're product placing our games, even though I don't know if we really need it, because we don't need the cash, but, you know, it's barrels, man. So, new topic, new combo, great combo. I actually have not made a ninja action game in here. And good management as well, so everyone's getting a lot of experience. So there we go, our 3D graphics version 3 has gone up, and let's release this and see how expensive this is going to get. Special training available for John Stewart, so he can now be a specialist, but what we're going to do instead is to work him to the bone and put him on game design. And we're actually going to do some contracts in here. So let's see here, fit to survive. Oh, 7, nice experience. So 7, 9, okay, so a solid 8. I can deal with that. This does mean that after doing such a huge game last time, that maybe this isn't totally the top notch. So very much a split here between 7s and 9s, but I'll take the 8 because that's going to work pretty well for me. So let's see here. Who else do we need to have? We need to have Drosman here train as well because he's fallen behind a little bit. We need to start researching some stuff for our new engine as well. Let's see, what can we do new topic-wise? Transport, surgery, mystery, or history? Ugh, none of those are great. I think we could do the mystery of the red barrels, though, which would be pretty funny. So let's see here. What other research points can we do? We can do online play, which is going to be useful here. Realistic weather, no loading screens, which I got before, but it's just so expensive to implement in games. Let's see here. Skill trees are good and moral choices are real good. So soundtrack, orchestral soundtrack, something like I said, some of these things just take too much. Or we're not quite there yet. So we have a decent engine. We may have to sort of do a mid-grade engine in between, but I'm going to put skill trees in there because that feels like something that's overdue. So we got 2 researchers. We got some people getting tired. I'm going to try and align my people to keep them together. So let's see if we can, after this basic research is done, fit to survive, sold 500,000. That's good. What kind of contract works they got there? Instability study, logo animation, website, setup computers, game backup, so, or movies. Yeah, those don't pay really enough to justify it. This is just to have things go. And, oh wow, we're actually not going to get this. Almost, there we go. So we get 53,000 just for people to be able to dick around a little bit. Okay, so like I said, we're going to do this while everybody's tired, and now Stu can be a tech specialist. So let's see here, more contract work. Now we got some more people out here, so we have some different contract options. Let's do the instability study, because I just want all these people to go on vacation at the same time so we can synchronize our watches. Train here, tech specialist. I don't have enough of the rating points for it, but I will after our next game. So I'm probably just going to call this a video here, and we will pick this up when everybody is ready to come back, ready to roll, and ready to make a game when they're on the same level of tiredness or not tiredness. So this is Way to Fail with Game Dev Tycoon, and I will see you all next time.